What's up, everybody? Today we are going to be building some snap and switch sets. They are not Lego, but they're very reminiscent of Lego. They almost remind me of the Halo Mega Blocks that my brother and I used to build as a kid, and I saw them at Five Below for only $6 each. So I was like, let's pick up a couple and let's see what they look like. The first of three sets we're building is going to be the Neon Alley from Stray. It is a PlayStation video game that came out back when the PlayStation 5 came out. I think it was like a come out edition exclusive or something, but this is like their main alleyway where all the robots hang out and everything, and it even comes with the cat. And so I saw it and I was like, oh, let's see what these look like in real life, because I mean, on the box it doesn't look very good itself, so I can only imagine what it looks like in real life. The second of three sets that we are building is the Flying Dutchman ship from the SpongeBob SquarePants line. I know that Lego did a SpongeBob line, but I wasn't collecting Legos when they put them out, so I figured instead of, I know that they just revealed a new Bikini Bottom set, so I might be getting that, but that'll really give us a chance to compare the Snap and Switch Lego minifigure that's pirate themed SpongeBob with the one that comes out soon. And then the third set that we are going to be building is the Goo Lagoon SpongeBob SquarePants set. And this one comes with SpongeBob, but he's in his bathing suit instead. I looked for one that was like a basic SpongeBob with just his regular outfit on. They did not have it. They had this, the Flying Dutchman, the Stray one, and then they had this other one that was like SpongeBob lined, but it was a build of his lollipop. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's like the one that you could get from the ice cream truck as a kid. Yeah, they had that as a Lego or Snap and Switch build, which was pretty crazy, but I decided on these two because they had minifigures in them. Alright, so I think this is actually the front of the box. It says compatible with leading brands, obviously referring to Lego. The box itself though, the artwork isn't that crazy. That's the side box. And then the back is literally just the same thing as the front. That's why I had it confused earlier. But let's go ahead and bust this open. Okay, so this is the instruction manual it came with. It is like almost the equivalent of a poly bag instructions. The stickers came right here. There is a pack of those. It looks like it starts on this section right here on 1, and then I just work my way to step. It looks like the finishing step is 17, and then that's it. And then it also has the robot instructions right here in the bottom left corner. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly put this together real fast. It came with 1, 2, 3, 4 bags, so let's see how long it takes. Okay, so this build took me about 35 minutes, believe it or not. The pieces were really difficult to put on there. I was having a lot of trouble reading the instructions, especially on the couch portion, which is like the fifth step. I didn't know if there was supposed to be the light brown color on the walls or not because they started mixing up the colors on the instructions to help, and it didn't really help me. Um, but I mean, other than that, it's pretty good. The stickers, another issue I was having, I could not get them to fit. It's like almost like they are the exact size of the piece. So it was really difficult to get those on, especially that one. And I had a lot of trouble with that one, believe it or not. Um, Also, they're using floating mechanics. And what I mean by that is like none of these pieces in this are on, as well as the plant pieces right there are not on a peg or anything. They're just kind of sitting there, which I'm not a big fan of. The other sticker, there was one more right there. But yeah, other than that, this is the Stray build. The minifigure, it kind of looks exactly like I was expecting it to. Not good, not great, but I mean, it's a Stray quote-unquote minifigure. And then the robot build was pretty fun. Let's go ahead on to the SpongeBobs. Okay, so unlike the last one had 149 pieces. This one only has 114 pieces, and it also has some pretty decent artwork on the side and stuff. Right here, it has Gary and then a little thing that says Avast there. Welcome aboard the most ghostly pirate ship in the seven seas. With Captain Squarepants at the helm, the Flying Dutchman ship is sure to shiver your timbers. And then on the back, it has the same little phrase as well right there. And then some more artwork. And then on the side, it has Squidward and Sandy. But yeah, let's go ahead and bust this open. Okay, so this one only came with what looks like 2 bags to build the ship, and then 1 bag to build the SquarePants. So that's pretty cool. Okay. We have an Ivy joining us. This is pretty crazy for a minifigure. He's a Cyclops. Okay, so it looks like these go into those, kind of like an action figure. Alright, they're called snap and switches, but there was no snap to that almost. It felt like a rubber going into rubber almost. And then it looks like these pieces are his hands, and they go into those, obviously. Okay, so this hand snapped in super easily, like it had a nice satisfying snap. This one was incredibly difficult to get in there. As you can see, it even left little indentation marks on my fingers. Alright, so I can already tell that they give us an extra shoulder piece and an extra hand. I'm going to go ahead and put his eye on, because it's an eye patch eye, and then I'll build his shorts for you guys and we'll put his legs on. Okay, so it looks like we take a printed piece and we stick this through it, and then we take our SpongeBob and we put all 3 of these pegs into the holes. We can get it in there nice. Alright, after pushing down incredibly hard, I got them to snap in there. I pushed this in first, and then I just pushed down like this on there, and that was the only way I could get it in there. But let's go ahead and put his legs in. This might be... Alright, that one was very satisfying. And there. Alright, so that's both of his legs. There we go. So this is Captain SpongeBob. Now I understand why there was a peg in the front, but I do not understand the peg in the back. Why did they put a bullet through the back of his head too? That makes no sense. Okay, so this is the end of the Flying Dutchman set. I gotta say, I'm not very pleased with it. These really suck. The back one makes no sense. I double checked the instructions and even the box artwork. That's what it's supposed to look like. I mean, it's an alright ship. The stickers are okay. They're easier to put on than the Stray set. But, I mean, it's pretty basic. I mean, nothing really too cool about it. You got a little wheel for play action features. But, I mean, that's about it. There's nothing really else that goes on here. Even this is a little off to me. I feel like the gray coloring doesn't fit the theme at all. I mean, it's just so out of place, but I mean, that's just my opinion. Let's go on to the Goo Lagoon set. Okay, this is the final set of the Snap and Switch sets, I guess. It is 97 pieces, also the smallest of the sets. It has some more side artwork with Gary, just like the last one. This one says, "Surfs up, catch a wave at Bikini Bottom's premier beach spot, Goo Lagoon." Here is the back, which it says the exact same thing on. And then the other side. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it together. Just like the last set, we got 2 bags for the actual build, and then we got 1 bag for the SquarePants build. So this SpongeBob build looks relatively the same. I'm going to go ahead and put it all together and then we'll check out the figure. Okay, so just like the last set, it came with an extra shoulder and hand piece. But this one, I kind of wish they had yellow shoulder prints because, I mean, it doesn't make sense for him to have a white shirt on. Now that I think about it, it kind of doesn't make sense for the pirate one as well. But, I mean, I guess we just do with what they gave us. Okay, this is the end of the Goo Lagoon set. It's probably the best build, I gotta say, out of the 3. It looks the best, and I mean, it's like got some pretty good nods, as in like the weightlifting bar with the marshmallows, and then the actual Goo Lagoon side is pretty cool. But I mean, everything else, it's kind of mid. The umbrella build was pretty mid. I know you can't do umbrellas that much, but the sticker portion of it was terrible. It was a full-on sticker that went over the umbrella and it did not go on well. As you can see, there are a lot of oxygen bubbles, so that was really difficult. But other than that, I mean, it's a really cool build. I think it's probably my favorite out of the 3 sets. Okay, so these are the 3 Snap and Switch sets. We have the Stray Neon Alley, the SpongeBob Flying Dutchman, and then the SpongeBob Goo Lagoon. They're pretty cool. Definitely going to stick to Lego, though, I'll tell you that, even though they're pretty cheap in price. $6 for each of these sets. Really cool for the pricing, but the build and everything, and the minifigures and everything like that, you could definitely see the $6 pricing. But other than that, I think this is going to end this video. If you guys liked this video, leave a like. Comment down below which set you like the most. And then I will see you guys in the next one.